Okay, sorry, there was an interruption. So we were discussing automatic recalculation facility. So the automatic recalculation facility, normally how it works, that we'll see. So whenever you make any changes in the data, so for example, suppose we have something like this. Okay, there is a little bit interruption due to this keyboard. Okay, so we'll show you just some examples. Okay, suppose we have a data here 10 and 20. Okay, so here I have a formula. Okay, I'm adding these two numbers, so it results me 30. You can see here, result is here. This is data and this is calculation, my calculation. This is my calculation and this is the data. Now suppose if I make changes in, instead of 10 I will make it 15. The result will be automatically changed to 35. This is called as automatic recalculation facility. Okay, so if you make a changes here, if you instead of 20 you make it 10, the result will become 25. Automatically it will change. Okay, no need to write formulas again and again. It will automatically change according to the data. That's why they are given here. Allows easy modification of the data, and accordingly we obtain automatic change in the original result. They allow user to work on multiple spreadsheet files during comparison. You can use side by side two different spreadsheets for comparison purpose also. Okay, next we have, they allow the user to draw various types of charts or graphs instantly. Okay, whenever you want any kind of chart, this is data. What we present in spreadsheet is normally a data, and if you want to represent this data in a pictorial form, in a graphical form, okay, that is called as charts. So you can create various charts. Okay, various graphs you can create. Okay, it will take very short time. Okay, within a fraction of seconds you can create, okay, the charts. Just you need to select the data, you can create the charts or graphs instantly. You will get it. No paperwork involved. There is no use of paper. If you want, then you can take the hard copy. Okay, otherwise the data is present in a soft copy form. Okay, it is not present on the paper. So whenever you need any kind of information, okay, on a paper, then you can make use of papers. Otherwise there is no use of paper for writing, typing, calculations and all. Okay, it is paper, no paperwork involved in that. Okay, they allow all the formatting features similar to document processing software. What is this advantage? Okay, Excel also provides you formatting features. Formatting features means font size, font style. Okay, formatting your font, formatting your paragraphs, alignments, all these. Like in your MS Word and MS PowerPoint, you have tabs like Home tab. Okay, where we have groups like clipboard, font, alignment, numbers. So like this, similar type of formatting tools are present in Excel also. Okay, you can format your text as your wish. Next, here we have a furthermore cell pointer and cell reference. So what is this cell pointer and cell reference, that we'll see. A cell is a single rectangular area on the spreadsheet which is made up of intersection of row and a column. For example, okay, so if you take this one rectangular area, it is called as a cell, and this cell is made up of E column 6 row. Okay, like for example, if I select this, then here one rectangular area will be created. This is column and this is row, and where they meet, that particular point is called as a cell. Okay, cell is the smallest or single rectangular area on the spreadsheet which is made up of intersection of row and column. Understood? Next we have cell pointer. What is cell pointer? It is another rectangular area. Okay, it is cell pointer is another single dark bordered and highlighted rectangle. So all these are the cells. Okay, so many cells are there, so many cells. What is cell pointer? Okay, it is another rectangular area which is dark border, whose border is dark, okay, and it is highlighted with some dark border. Okay, that highlighted cell is called as cell pointer. So you can move that cell pointer anywhere you want. Okay, basically cell pointer is used to point the cells. Okay, it is used to point the cell. Suppose if you want to select this particular cell, I can click over there, then that cell pointer comes over there. So the cell pointer is basically used to select or point the cell. Suppose I want to select cell number D5, then I will go here, click over here, then cell pointer shifts to that particular cell. Okay, basically if you want to type anything in a cell, you need to bring that cell pointer over that cell. Okay, so cell pointer is basically used to select or point a cell. Now what is cell reference? Cell reference is the address. Okay, basically it is the address of a cell which is made up of column name followed by row name. I have told you, cells are having its own address, okay, own references. So that is called as cell reference, which is made up of name of the column, name of the row, like D5 here, for example. This address is used to identify the cell or refer the cell in a formula. Just go through this, you will understand. Next, we have the range of cells and active cell and passive cells. Now, what is the range of cells? Okay, so range of cells is okay, group of cells. Normally, it is a single or group of cell, which is normally we call it as, okay, just a second. I will check whether it is recording or not. Okay, already it is running. Okay. So range of cells I have given here. A range of cell is a single or group of cells selected in a rectangular fashion for calculation purpose. So it can be a group of cells. Range of cells is nothing but group of cells. There is a range. Range means there is some starting point and end point. Okay, and in between that we have so many cells. For example, I will show you like this. Okay, if you are selecting cells in a group, okay, if you are selecting cells in a group, that becomes a cell, a range of cells. Okay, so many cells are there. Where starting cell is, which is the starting cell, this is B7, and the end cell is E17. Okay, S17. That is the end cell. So this will be the starting, which is top left, and the end will be bottom right. Okay, understood this? Okay, we need to select range of cells when we want to enter data into more than one cell at a time. When you want to change the data more than in more than one cell at the same time. Okay, if you want to type, if you want to change the data or enter the data at the same time, group of cells if you want to select. Okay, in that case we use range of cells. Okay, and we use one operator over here, column operator. Okay, normally which is, okay, operators, in case of operators we'll discuss that one. For range of cells we basically use a, okay, colon operator. You can see this is the colon operator. An active cell is a cell. Now next we'll see what is active cell and what is passive cell. Active cell is a cell which is currently in use. Okay, suppose for example, okay, which cell is active cell now? C7. C7 is active cell because currently I am working on that cell. Okay, I am working on that particular cell. I am using that cell. That's why that particular cell is called as, that means C7 is an active cell. So you can read over here, an active cell is a cell which is currently in use. It is a cell where we type our formula or any other text. Okay, only that cell is called as active cell. Okay, so many cells are there, but only this cell is called as the active cell because it is currently in use. Okay. Other than active cell, all the cells are known as passive cell. So you are using only this particular cell, that is C7, and so many other cells you are not working currently. Those all cells are called as passive cells, which are not in use currently. Okay. So I am working on this cell. So C7 is the active cell. Rest other cells are passive cells. Remember that. Okay. Next, we have what is cell reference, what is range reference. Okay, let me explain you what are these things. Because of the keyboard, there is some problem. Okay. So let us see what is cell reference, what is range reference. A cell, a reference identifies a cell or a range of cells on a worksheet and tells Excel where to look for the values or data we want to use in a formula. So references are basically used to look at the data, where the data is present, which cell data is present, which range of cell data is present. To look at that, okay, to use that particular data of the cell, we use cell references. Basically, cell references are the addresses which is made up of column name and row name. Okay, and if there is a range of reference, range of cells, then we make use of a column operator, where one starting cell is there, one last cell, end cell will be there. So, for example, they are given various examples. Cell in column A and row 10. That means this is column A and row 10. This cell becomes A10. The reference of that cell will become cell reference is A10. Next, a range of cells in column A and okay rows rows 10 through 20. Okay, this is the range of cell. Okay, just to read this, a range of cells in column A and rows 10 through 20. Rows 10 through 20 means A10 to A20. I'll just show you that. A10 to A20. These many cells. Okay. Where starting is A10 and the end is A20. So we'll just show you that. A10. Okay, that is starting cell. Then colon A20. So we can see it will select from all the cells. Okay, from row number 10 through 20 this way. Okay, so you can just observe that A10 colon A20, that means this is what we have a range of cell. Next, range of cells in row 15 and columns B through E, that I will mention here. So equals to B through E, that means column 15, B 15 colon E 15. So you can see over here, this is another group of cells, that is the range of cells from B 15 to E 15, like this, column wise, okay, row wise, you can group the cells. Okay, all the cells in row 5. Okay, I will show you that. All the cells in row 5, that means 5 colon 5. So it will select the entire row. Okay, so this way all the columns, all the cells, column H colon H. Okay, all the cells through column H through J. You can, I will just mention H colon J, or I will make here I. So you can see here all the cells of the columns H and I will be selected. This way colon operator is used, okay, between two references, okay, where this is one starting cell, okay, and this is last cell of the range. In between that we have to make use of the colon operator. Remember that. So this is what we call cell reference and the range reference. Now look at next types of cell data. So you got what is cell, what is cell reference, what is cell pointer, what is cell address, all these things. Now let us see which type of data you can enter in a cell. Types of cell data. Cell data can be of three types. There will be three types of cell data. Labels, that means text or characters. Values, that may be numbers. And formula. Formula contains operators, operands. Operands are the data. Operator is nothing but the symbol, the instruction, okay, the operation. Okay, so three types of data you can enter in a cell, okay, not other than that. So labels either you can enter, values or formula. Remember this, the cell types of cell data will be of three types: labels, values and formulas. Now let us discuss one by one. First we have is labels. Labels are text which are used to describe required areas of a worksheet. Label is not used in calculation. Remember that label is nothing but names, okay, some headings, titles, subheadings. These are all called as labels, okay. So that is not used in calculations. Basically we don't use labels in a calculation. Remember that. So suppose if I want here, I will make one label here, names, then okay, a result. This is used only to describe that particular column or row. Only what is this column, what is this particular column, okay, what data is present here, what data is present here. Only to describe that particular area of cells we make use of labels, okay. So below that all are the student names, and below this all are their results, okay. Like this, to describe only some areas we make use of labels. You know the labels, we put some labels on something to describe about that particular thing, okay. So, and it is not used in calculation, that you remember, okay. We can use labels to describe the values we are going to use in calculations. Only for description purpose we use the labels. There are two types of features, okay, which make labels entry easier. One is autocomplete and the other one is pick from list. Autocomplete means what? Suppose I have one, suppose I will write some names. Okay. There are some names. Now suppose there is one more name which is similar as first name. So one more name is there like Suresh. Then if I type yes, only if I type yes, it will show me the rest of the characters. Okay. If I type U, it will show me the rest of the characters. Then no need to write the full name, just to press enter key. Suppose there is one more Mohan. Then if I type M, it will show me rest of the characters. That is called as autocomplete. Automatically it will complete the text like this. This is one method of entering the table, entering the label. Sorry, and other one is pick from list. Pick from list means, I will show you that. If you right click here, okay, there is one option here, pick from drop down list. If you click over there, it will show you the labels which are present upper side. Okay, all the labels which are present here. So suppose if you want Kumar, you can select that name automatically. Kumar, you are not typing anything, you are just picking one particular label from the list. How to get that one? If you right click here, it will show you one shortcut menu. From there you have to go to the pick from list down, drop down list. If you click over there, it will show you the list of labels. You can select anyone over there. Okay. So these are the two methods of type features which are used to enter the labels. Next we'll see what are values. Values are the data that we use in calculation. See that labels are not used in calculation, but values are used in calculation. That means these are numeric type. Okay. So fractional notifications are nothing but point values, fractional values in Excel. The decimal part can be adjusted previously as per requirement. I will show you this the increase decimal or decrease decimal buttons. There are some buttons here. Okay, if you just see here, okay, increase decimal, decrease decimal. That means after point, how many digits you want. So fractional data is there, percentage data is also there. Okay, values in percentage, that is also called as values. Scientific notifications like 1.2 into 10 raised to 8, long numbers, lengthy numbers like scientific notifications. Okay, date and time also comes under values. The data which is date type or time type, that also comes under values. Next we have formulas. See, labels are not used in calculation, values are used in calculation. Now for calculation purpose, we make use of formulas. So you can see here, formulas or expressions contain one or more operand and operators to provide an output. What is operand? Operand is the data. Operator is the instruction. Like for example, 10 plus 20. Here 10 and 20 are operands, plus is operator. Okay. So formula is made up of operands and operator. You can see over here, B1 is one cell and B2 is another cell where you have a data. Okay, B1 plus B2 divided by 100. This is one formula. Okay, where B1, B2 are the operands, plus and division is the operator. Remember that. We tell Excel to calculate the values supplied through the range of cells by using functions or expressions and return results. It returns us some result. Earlier I have shown you an example, 10 plus 20 equal to 30, like that. It will return, the formula will return you some results. Okay. Let us see further. What is Excel chart? You understood cell data. There are three types of cell data: values, labels, values, and formulas. Go through that. Next we have Excel charts that we'll see next episode. Okay, we'll make a separate episode for that. Okay.